This next question is from AngelWorks, who wants to know my thoughts on the machinations of movie marketing. What do you think about companies that overmarket their movies as well as undermarket? Marketing is a major part of releasing a film, and you definitely see the two extremes of films that studios put their full confidence and support behind, along with those they unleash out into the wild with nary a push. Nowadays, one image comes to mind when people describe the overmarketing of movies. Yep, Universal sure loves marketing their Illumination productions, with all sorts of endorsement deals, a million unavoidable billboards, and frequent trailers that seem to play in theaters for almost a year. Anyone who frequently sees the latest family film is bound to catch some glimpse at the next Illumination film hitting screens, and certainly those inescapable minions. And because Universal and NBC share the same parent company, they get a lot of attention on that particular network, not to mention the Universal Studios theme parks. Obviously, it's a strategy that works, as Illumination movies make a lot of money. Yes, even Hop. Children clearly don't mind, but their parents tend to be annoyed. I think Universal even seems aware of this, as they're making the rather brilliant move of releasing a new trailer for The Secret Life of Pets 2 every few weeks, each focusing on a different character. So rather than getting the same trailer over and over again, if you went to see The Grinch, you got one about Max the dog. A Chloe the Cat trailer was attached to Ralph Breaks the Internet, and anyone going to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse might have gotten a trailer with Snowball the Bunny. Universal is not the only one who heavily markets some of their movies, though. I mean, look at Disney. You could not escape the presence of Star Wars during the winter of 2015. I understand it was a heavily hyped film, but putting BB-8 on oranges might have been overkill. Who was at the supermarket, saw those oranges, and thought to themselves, you know what? This produce convinced me. I think I may give this Star Wars picture a chance. I remember a few years ago, Disney released quite a number of trailers and first looks for Avengers Age of Ultron. It was a bit much, as I think anyone who wanted to see Avengers 2 had already made their decision. Although, to their credit, Disney's Marvel division has since pared down and tends to only release 2 trailers and the occasional TV spots leading up to release. As for undermarketing, that tends to happen when a studio is uncertain about a film's commercial prospects. A case of this during this holiday season seems to be Holmes & Watson, which Sony doesn't seem to be spending much to promote. The trailer was only released a few months ago, and I've seen barely any marketing since then. Compare that to Into the Spider-Verse, which went all out with special word-of-mouth screens, multiple trailers dating back to a year ago, and a heavy social media push and Oscar campaign. Similarly, Sony gave Searching, their low-budget Sundance acquisition, a decent marketing push over the summer. Slender Man, not so much, partly because of concerns the subject matter could generate unwanted controversy. Sometimes, though, undermarketing can be a case of funds, and so distributors and studios use other strategies to grab audience attention. Blumhouse is known for spending cheaply on not just their productions, but Jason Blum is also strict about keeping marketing costs low. But they make up for it by using the Blair Witch Project strategy and focusing their attention on the internet, which makes sense, as Blumhouse films tend to attract a teenager, young adult audience, and they're more likely to see advertising through Twitter and YouTube rather than on television. A24, being an independent distributor, is similarly thrifty, also using their savvy online presence to make sure people are aware of the likes of Hereditary and 8th Grade. Although there are films they seem to have no confidence in and just don't bother advertising all that much. Have you ever heard of Slice and How to Talk to Girls at Parties? If you haven't, A24 is well aware of that. In the end, there's only so much marketing budget to go around, so sometimes studios and distributors have to be careful how to spend it. Are there any movies you feel have been overmarketed or undermarketed? Let me know, and thank you for your question, AngelWorks.